We are live out at Kroger today talking about their brand new Roundup campaign, all impacting Dare to Care. You know, no one should face hunger in our community, and that's exactly why Dare to Care has stepped in to help. Again, I am with Alexis Richardson, and Dare to Care, we love this partnership, not just with the station, but with Kroger, so many other community partners that you work with. But tell us about the humble beginnings of when you guys got started.
Yeah, so Dare to Care started in 1969 after a tragedy. So a 9-year-old boy, Bobby Ellis, passed away on Thanksgiving Eve. And our community really came together and said, we don't want this to ever happen again. And we had a faith leader who was just putting groceries in his pickup truck and taking it around town. And that was the start of Dare to Care. So it really started as this grassroots organization. And so now we're up to 400 community partners that we work with that we call food pantries. And so these can be like Boys and Girls Clubs, YMCAs, local churches, Salvation Army. They're all our community partners, and the food that they're getting is coming from Dare to Care, and we're getting that food from places like Kroger.
It all trickles down, and it makes such an impact too. When we hear food insecurity, we think of something that's happening around the world. We don't think of that happening, maybe our neighbors going through that or other communities. So why is now just a critical time for Dare to Care to help so many people?
Yeah, well, we are seeing the highest increase in food insecurity that we've ever seen since the Great Recession, right? That's a 48% increase in food insecurity. And so we know that right now nearly 200,000 across Kentuckiana are experiencing food insecurity. And we talk about the word food insecurity, but what does that really mean? It means that someone doesn't have enough food to nourish themselves or nourish their family. They don't know where their next meal is going to come from. And so that's why we exist. We're here to kind of help supplement the food that families can put on the table.
You mentioned you work with 400 partners.
Yes.
I can't even fathom that, right? And of course, Kroger being one of those main sources that you get a lot of your food from, you really want to focus on delivering fresh, healthy food. Why does that matter so much?
Yeah, that matters because our mission is a nourished community where everyone can thrive. And you can't thrive if you're putting junk into your body, right? We want our community to have healthy food so that they can live longer, so that they don't have things like diabetes and high cholesterol. So we're really mindful about the food that we're putting out. Most of the food that we're putting out is healthy food. It's produce, and that's thanks to partners like Kroger because they help us get that food out. We couldn't do that by ourselves. We work with local farmers as well in the summertime who help us get healthy foods into our community.
What are some of the biggest challenges that you're facing right now?
Yeah, right now people would probably be surprised. We are not getting as much food in as we were before. So our retail partners have really stepped up, partners like Kroger, but on the federal level, we are down significantly compared to where we were in years past. And so it's really hard to balance an uptick in people coming to visit us and a downtick in the amount of food that we have to give out to those people. So that's why partnerships like what we have today are really important. The more funds that we have coming in, we're able to purchase more food, and every $1 allows us to purchase up to 2 meals.
Okay.
So we can provide 2 meals to the community with $1.
So, I mean, everyone has an extra dollar, right? That they can round up at Kroger. I mean, we're already spending so much at Kroger, so why not just add an extra dollar to have 2 meals? That's incredible. And so, there's been so many success stories with Dare to Care. Is there one that really sticks out to you to really show the emphasis on your mission?
Yeah, there is. We were meeting with someone and she was sharing her story about being homeless, and she shared that she visited one of our pantry partners and she had her daughter with her, and she just shared that she didn't know what she was going to do. She didn't know how she was going to feed herself, and at the time she was actually homeless, but she was getting food and she was getting other services. Many of our partner pantries have wraparound services, so whether that's financial, education, job security, like they're helping with all of these other things. And the success that came from that was that now she's not homeless, she's got her own home, and she was just volunteering at the pantry, so she didn't need food, she's just helping out, and her daughter is now in college to be a doctor actually. So that was really cool, and it was just cool to see her with her, but that's one of the stories that stick out to me the most, is just to see kind of that full circle of where I'm getting food and now I'm volunteering to help someone else get food.
Yeah, I mean, food insecurity is such a big deal because if you don't have that meal coming, you need at least three meals a day. And, once that falls into place, it seems like everything else kind of follows, right? That's the whole point of your mission, right?
Exactly. So, if you think about not having the food that you need, you're not able to focus in school. You're not able to show up at your best, on the job site. And so it really does. I mean, it all starts with your health, right? And food is health, right? And food is medicine is how we see it at Dare to Care. So providing healthy, nourishing food really does help you in so many other ways.
It really does. Alexis, it's always so great to catch up with you. Thank you so much for being at Kroger today, but we need your help as well. I mean, we're going to hit home this message of rounding up when you head over to Kroger, whether it's rounding up to the dollar or dropping in an extra $5. You can help so many families in need. But if you're interested in learning about Dare to Care's mission, everything that they are doing, you can head over to their website.